I didn't know how much representation mattered. Because when I went to school, I didn't have teachers who looked like me. My first year of teaching, I had a student, she was a newcomer. And she said it feels nice to have a teacher who understands what I'm saying.
Well, even though Spanish is your first language, it doesn't matter. You could still be what you want to be. And I was like, well, I want to be a teacher because I feel like I could be that support for students and tell them, whatever your circumstances are, it doesn't matter. As long as you try for it and you push yourself to complete it, you could complete and be, what you want to be.
How am I going to work and go to school? Because everything is just structure for a regular student right out of high school. And it wasn't until I met a student in one of my ed classes, and he was saying, hey, there is this flex program.
I was going for nursing before decided to be a teacher. I happened to have my son, and I needed to do something like nursing. It was not on the option back then because it was so demanding.
A lot of the students that we have at Western, the majority of them are first-generation college students. Many of our students are post-traditional students. They're not like the typical freshmen who can move to campus and, take 4 years break in their lives and just take classes during the day. So having classes that are offered online in the evenings or on the weekends is just really crucial to give them this opportunity.
They offer me, hey, there's this pathway that you can do classes on Saturdays, and they explained everything to me. I was like, this is for me. Like, this is what I was looking for, because I would still be working for the school district Monday through Friday, attend classes on Saturdays, and be able to be with my son.
For students to be able to access a high quality education, they need opportunities, they need flexible scheduling, they need ways for the education to meet them where they are.
So my own experience as a mom, a young mom with my child in undergrad trying to become a teacher, I suffered a lot in that experience of having to, how do you figure out how to take your kid to school, and people being maybe, it was 100 years ago, so less than friendly to mothers trying to do school and work, right? And I think if other people didn't have to have that experience, that would be amazing. And they don't, but it's systems that need to be changed or adjusted or figured out in some way. And it's really moving the will of people who have the authority to say yes or no.
The students that go in this kind of program want to do it. They are already juggling a lot of things, and they're willing and are motivated to add this one more thing to their lives because they think it's valuable and they think it's going to help them.
It felt like the people who created the Flex program, that they were thinking of me. Like my situation, what I needed to do from a program to be able to go back to school, I was, as they were explaining about the program, I was like, that's me, like that program, it's for me, it meant to be for me.
I had a very diverse group of students, and they are all willing to make a huge effort to become educators, so you kind of have the basis already.
Grow Your Own is a teaching program that focuses on developing and retaining teachers from within the local community. Often Grow Your Own participants already work in schools, they're just not licensed educators.
The main importance of a Grow Your Own program is that students who are from the same backgrounds, students who are from the same rural communities, students who are from underrepresented communities specifically have a community that they can embrace in the program. And without a Flex program, we really cannot have these types of teachers in our classrooms.
Growing up, I had a different experience than I do what I'm giving my students now. That is one of the main reasons why I became a teacher. I felt like I was always pushed to the side and always been pulled out of the main groups or the classroom because of my language.
When I first arrived to the USA, I didn't feel supported enough by teachers and by the school system in general. I became a teacher to change that in a way, to help those students along the way that came here or are here and are part of the migrant program or maybe don't know about it just yet. I'm going to be supporting those students.
Support is a really key word in the FLEX program, and support can come in many ways. We provide support for them in terms of scholarships, but also in terms of information for them to go out and find financial support that's out there that they can apply on their own. We also provide, of course, support in terms of very close connections, in terms of you have a go-to person.
Right before finals, I break down. I'm like, I quit. I don't want to do this anymore. I call Dr. Pratt. I'm like, I don't want to do this. I'm going to quit. I don't want to do this. I'm like crying. It was just like, I am tired of this. It's not easy.
So many cohorts of students over the years that started, they start in their first term and it's just so much. And by the third term, when they're doing their full-time student teaching, they are different people. You get to see a different kind of experience going to college. You get to build connections, you get to build friendship, you get to build a family.
These college students that I have right now are so great. That is like, if I put one of them in each class, how many classes are we impacting?
This is something good. Good things are hard. And we know it's hard, but I want people to know that they will never feel alone in the FLEX program.
It doesn't have to be done the way it's always been done. It can be done and done better in a different way if people would dare to imagine it to be possible. And you made it that way because of the things you had to go through that were super hard, that didn't have to be hard if people would bend their will to change the system.